in your life, like a dead racist wrestler and another dead wrestler being a tag team. This is the greatest podcast on earth. This is the Educated Ignorance Podcast. It is the return of the Deadly Duos. The reference I was making, even though Nick's not a wrestling guy, it's the Mega Powers have reunited. The Randy Savage to not my Hulk Hogan, because I would not say those things about my daughter dating minorities. It is Nick Brinks. Nick, how are you doing, my friend?
Nick Brinks. I thought my name was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Nick, what a shirt. What a hat's choice. It is the cosplay of the decade. I mean, if we cared about copyright infringement, this would get it This would get us copyrighted. But lo and behold, look at this man, and then look at our friend. I wish we could do a real side by side.
I was gonna say, I wish we could do the side by side. That would be fantastic. I could only find a teal backwards NFL hat. I did not have a black one, but I had just finished mowing my lawn tonight. That was holy hell. I was way overdue. I had to unclog that thing like 30 times. It was long as hell. And I scrolled on Facebook, saw that, and I was like, no way. I have essentially that same shirt. So I put it on and I said, I'm coming on the show tonight looking like that. So I'm here. How we doing?
I'm doing well, man. It's been so long. I missed you more than you can imagine. We've been plotting this for a few weeks. You were busy calling state championships in Iowa for softball.
Quarterfinals. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
State tournaments. I was busy doing other stuff. And then we were joined by the king of workers' compensation, Danny Hancock. He's here with us as well. He is blue-collared, and he, of course, is definitely a white boy. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm good. Workers' comp cases coming through. Nothing better to gamble on than my injury money. But we're good. Joe, I love the intro for Nick. Like, I'm just a piece of meat here. Like, we haven't been podcasting every week for like 2 months straight.
I just had to sell it. I had to beef up the return.
Nick,
Plus,
Nick, he's got like 5 new besties now. Okay, you're gonna have to compete.
It is like a groupie session here, but it's the only one man in podcasting has my heart, and he knows who he is. He's the man.
Joe Rogan.
As they say, the longer the waiting, the sweeter the kiss, Joe.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're gonna have
especially if it is your HR manager.
Yeah, there you go. And tonight is gonna be one hell of a makeout session. So we're going to get some housekeeping notes here in a minute. Tonight is week, as I joked, even though there's no week 0 Guess the Lines, this is week -1, I guess, of Guess the Lines. I guess week 0 is us actually doing the over-unders picking. But tonight we are going to be doing the win totals, Guess the Lines. It's going to be fun. We have been anti-degenerates. I think Danny probably has been doing some research, maybe. I don't know, but
Nick and I have been doing some research.
Nick and I have been anti-degenerates. We have stayed away for this moment, kind of, sort of. And we are going to be guessing the NFL win totals, week -1 of Guess the Lines. For those who don't remember, we are stealing it right out of the Bill Simmons podcast playbook book, so please nobody tell him. I know a big podcast like this can draw some attention. Anywho, what you do is you have a line, you guess it, the one who's closest to it wins. We did it every Sunday night during the live show after the Sunday night game for our weekly Sunday show. It was fun. It was cantankerous. It was a good time. And now we're starting this season ready to rock and sock. And I think we might as well make whatever happens tonight canon as well in the record book. So,
and remind the viewers, Joe, how the last half of the season shook out on our Guess the Lines last year. We can ignore the first half. Let's look at the last half.
So what happened was your boy got a lead. I was up like 5 or 6-2, and then Nick just steamrolled me. He murdered me. I was dead. I was no longer a human being. He used and abused me. I won the full regular season by 5 wins, but when it came to the weekly head-to-head, Nick won 11-6. So not fun. It's like I created the subcategory just to save myself as the aggregate score. I was like Premier Leaguing soccer, the aggregate scoring just to save
So
myself because you bashed me over the head with an anvil for the last 2 months of the year.
So
so
you
Nick,
you
you're
just
the reverse Dolphins, right? You struggled to start, but then when the colder months came, you came out hot.
Exactly. And he just mentioned soccer. I'm going to use a NASCAR reference. First half of the season, Joe was Shane Van Gisbergen at Mexico. Last half of the season, Joe was Shane Van Gisbergen 30 out of 36 weeks during the season when they're not turning right.
Fair, but he's been a little better at ovals, a little, depending
A
on the
little.
week.
A little.
Listen, hey.
No Mexico, though.
Your championship, no, not at Heat. That was something else. Your championship last year in Guess the Lions was about 15 times more legitimate than Joey Logano's.
That's not hard to do.
I figured you would appreciate that. If anybody here would appreciate that other than me, it would be you. So I think we're good. I think we have everything we wanted to say. We all know the rules. Real quick, since he's here, even though he's not on camera, it's official. It's basically been official for like a month. But your boy here, me, I am your boy. Unless I'm not, then I'm sorry, I guess. Why are you here? Unless you just hate watching me. Maybe it's that one guy in the comments who left some weird stuff. Remember that? Like week 15 last year?
Yeah.
Just not fun.
It was overly sexual, wasn't it?
It's very, and
Yeah.
awkward. Maybe it's that guy. So I'm not your boy. Unless I'm more than your boy, then slide into my DMs at my Twitter handle. So yeah, it's officially official. Joe the Show, that is me. I'm part of the Gotham Gambling team. We're live on the Gotham Gambling Twitter page, or the artist formerly known as Twitter page. Pop the champagne. The relationship is official. We are no longer side pieces in the podcasting gambling space. Even though Nick is my podcast wife, I don't have a good joke lined up here for Danny, but we're all here together. Maybe we can be a throuple. I'm not sure.
I'm just an HR rep at a Coldplay concert.
Exactly.
You're the side piece taking it up the back, or what?
Here's the thing, though.
Listen,
Technically,
no further comments without my lawyer.
Technically, weren't they both side pieces? Technically,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've heard he was married. Was she married too?
I thought
Yeah.
that she was.
Okay, I didn't follow close enough.
So I'm just figuring.
And the rest of the Golden Ticket show is just that other HR rep that was there with him that already knew everything.
And just stood there kind of chuckling, like, "Ha ha ha! You
Oh,
guys
I'm
are
waiting-
nuts."
Promotion
Just
tomorrow.
waiting for it to fall.
So that is where we're at. You'll see me live pretty much every week on the Golden Ticket Show. We do that. Me, Danny, Steve, Don, and Kev. Follow our Substack. Danny probably can't post the thumbnail or the little QR code right now because of where he's at, and I don't have it on my thing here. But we our Substack page. If we can, we'll get the link in the comments or something. Go follow that. We've got a bunch of great stuff. We've been putting out fantasy forecasts on a daily basis. We've been putting out our newsletter, which has really been a good hit. So go share, go like that, follow it. It's really good content. Okay, with all that said, gentlemen, are you ready to guess some lines?
Let's do it.
All right. Season 2 of Guess the Lines officially starts now. Win totals on tap. We are going to start in the AFC East because for some reason, when you look at an NFL standings list, that is the first one that pops up. So that's the one I wrote down first. We are going to start with the reigning AFC semifinalists. No, NFL semifinalists. The Buffalo Bills. Everyone's favorite bronze medalist. Their win total. We will start. Danny, are you going to guess on these, or are you just going to give little synopsises here and there?
I was just gonna give them to you guys. Like I was gonna be producer Danny style.
Okay, that
Let
works.
you guys do, and then I'll be the the guy looking at everything because I've seen all these lines already.
All
You're
right,
the
then.
Pat Sajak or Ryan Seacrest.
I am.
All right.
You can tell I have the hair of Ryan Seacrest.
I will that. Nick, I'll let you go first as always.
All right, Buffalo Bills. Let's go. I'll say 11.5.
Yeah, I went 11.5 as well. Usually 11.5 is the highest that you'll see, and I'm pretty sure that the Bills will be at 11.5. Danny?
You are both wrong.
12.5?
This line is set at 12.5 right now.
Wow.
Whoa!
I thought that was going to be pretty. That was my initial thought, but I thought that seems awfully high.
It is currently plus
can dig it, though.
130,
Hmm.
minus 150 for them to go under 12.5.
Okay. So essentially, it's like kind of 12 on the dot. If they're
Yeah, it would have been juiced either way. If it was at 11.5, it probably would have been like minus 170.
okay.
Do you guys want, before you make your picks, do you want me to go over the schedules for each team? Like roughly?
No,
like,
we can. That can be more for the actual win totals show.
Okay.
This is just some. This is the reunion fun. It's like a practice song.
My gut would tell me I would probably take them to win at least 12. So I could probably
11.5 over. Yeah, because that division could be anywhere from actually fun to horrendous this year. That's kind of where I'm at with that. All right, next up, we're gonna get them out of the way early. Miami Dolphins. You love them, I love them. Well, I don't know if love is the right word. My emotions to them the last X amount of days.
Now, I will say this. Maybe the one piece of information that I would appreciate from our blue-collared white boy, if he's got it, would be what the record was last year. Because this is how my NFL offseason goes. Once the Super Bowl rolls around, I duck in for the draft night a little bit. But otherwise, from Super Bowl to right now, I kind of just block out the NFL. I stick to 100% NASCAR. I try to avoid any NFL news. And then I start prepping for fantasy. And then I'm like, oh, shit. Nick Akine Westbrook's on Miami now. I didn't know that. Stuff like that. So I've forgotten how many games most of these teams won last year. So if you have it, I would take it. Otherwise, I'm taking it 8.5.
I do. So the Dolphins last year were 8-9.
Oh, maybe I go 7.5 then. I don't think they're getting any better.
So you're gonna go 7.5?
Nah, I'll stick with 8.5.
Okay, I went 7.5. I'm Nick. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm worried.
I don't have a whole lot to be excited about going into the season.
Yeah,
So I guess I'm hoping my fantasy teams do well. And my bets.
Listen, will I be as mad if they suck compared to if the Bears suck? No, I will not. But if the Dolphins suck, I won't be happy. I'll just be annoyed, just a little upset as well, disappointed.
So 7.5, 8.5. Is somebody on the nose?
One of you is. This line is a coin toss. Both sides are minus 110. It is 7.5.
Hey.
Nice.
However, they have not factored in the 4-week run that Nick Westbrook-Akine will most likely go on again, where he's the greatest wide receiver in history.
Yeah, I had already said 8.5, and then when you said they won 8 last year, I was thinking it was 9. So I'm like, 7.5. 7.5 is probably the play here.
Could you imagine, like, Jalen Waddle fantasy owners if Westbrook-Akine balls again? Like, if he just has another month where he scores like a touchdown and a half a week, Jalen Waddle owners might kill themselves. like after last year where Waddle was basically a corpse all fantasy season.
Listen,
if Nick Westbrook-Akine turns into God, then that anybody who drafts Jalen Waddle might just retire from life, not from fantasy, but from life.
I've already prepared in my first draft. I took Jonnu Smith, Nick Westbrook-Akine out of courtesy from last year, and then Kyle Pitts because I want to hurt myself again. So
is he still in Atlanta?
He is.
Pitts?
But here's the thing: Kyle Pitts you can get like in the last round. of these drafts.
He's jumped. He's jumped in the last couple of weeks because of
People are buying in.
There's always the quarterbacks like, yeah, this guy's who I want to get the ball to. All of a sudden, they jump 3 rounds up higher.
Hey, man, I love it. All right, next up, the New York Jets. The New York Jets, Justin Fields. New head coach Aaron Glenn. Justin Fields, the man of the hour, the man with the power in New York. Mr. Brinks.
And what, 6 or 7 wins last year?
They went 6-11, if I'm not, or they went 5-12.
5. I'm going to go. Oh, man. So Justin Fields is the quarterback, and I have no idea what other pieces they've added or lost. I know Aaron Rodgers is gone. I do know that. Let's go 5.5.
Offensive line is a bit better. I went 6.5.
That was going to be my other guess.
I feel like we both might be wrong here, but
what say you, Vanna White?
God. It is 6.5 at plus 120 on the over.
I don't hate that. If at plus money, I don't hate that over at all. Slightly, like 7. I think 7 wins. The Jets could be feisty in a lot of low-scoring games, and they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to have the Jets are going to have much more of an identity this year. They're going to be way better coached, even if they have a way worse quarterback. Well, who knows what Aaron Rodgers is anymore compared to Fields, but they're going to have a worse thrower of the football, but they're going to have a much better identity. Lastly, the New England Patriots, quarterbacked by everyone saying the greatest quarterback of all time, Drake May. So obviously,
can I give you guys a little hint before you guys make your guesses on this one?
Go ahead.
This is a little factoid I found out yesterday. The Patriots have the highest jump from actual wins in the 2024 season to their projected futures line in 2025.
Oh, well,
for example, a team. So basically, you're saying like if a team
where they finished 2024
last year, but they're projected at like 8.5, like that spread.
They have the highest jump in from where they won to what the books believe they'll win this year.
All right, let's go 7.5.
Yeah, I put 5.5 down. I as last year, I fill mine out before we come on here. I'd like to have mine first, just so I can let my partner here navigate a little bit more. And for the flow of the show, I had already put 5.5. I'm going to keep that. So either we're tied or Nick beat me by a landslide here.
Or we tied on this one if it's 6.5.
Yeah. Good. This line is 8.5.
Okay.
That's
at plus money on the over.
What the hell are they like? Are they just expecting Drake May just that much of an impact from him year 2, or
I think they still have the bias of that Stephon Diggs is what he was 4 years ago.
Oh, he's in New England now. See, that's what
because there's always that one wide receiver who like had like an injury prone season and then he goes to a new team and the lines always jump.
Okay.
So they get Diggs. They obviously got Vrabel as their head coach. They drafted Will Campbell from LSU, the left tackle. He's really good. They shored up the offensive line a little bit. They were pretty injured on defense last year. So if that regresses to the mean, that'll help a lot. I like Drake May a lot, man, but listen, double standard's got a double standard, right? So I'm sure everyone can know who I'm talking about when it comes to that. We'll get to them later. Next up. So it is 2-1 after the first division. Bengals, Cincinnati, the doppelganger of my co-host. Nick, what do you got? They went 9-8 last year, missed the playoffs by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
And they should have been like what, 13-4 if they had a defense?
It could have been, yeah. They could have won 12 games if their defense could stop a JV team.
Yeah. Let's go with 10.5.
Okay, I went with 8.5 because their defense is still tough, and they finally did get Shamar Stewart, their first round pick, to sign. And Trey Hendrickson actually ended his holdout today. He's coming back tomorrow. I went 8.5. What is the final answer?
You guys split it right down the middle. It is 9.5.
I wondered if that was going to happen there.
Yep. Okay. Next up, the Cleveland Browns. They have every quarterback that's ever existed. Kenny Pickett got hurt literally less than 36 hours, like 48 hours ago. So right now is between Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Should be fun. Nick, what do you say? The Browns last year I believe they also went 4-12.
Oof. I will go. I'll go 5.5. Might be a little aggressive, but I'm going to go 5.5.
This is the one that I have the lowest total on. I have 4.5.
It is 5.5.
Oh, baby.
Plus 120 to the over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. They went 3-14 last year, by the way. I lied. I fibbed. Let's see here. Okay. Next up, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What an offseason they've had. They get Aaron Rodgers. They trade for DK Metcalf. They trade George Pickens to the Cowboys. They have been.
Oh, I was just gonna say this has to be the easiest pick of the night, right?
Honestly, it's going to be close. I put 9.5. I'm assuming you're going to put 8.5.
I'm going to go 8.5. Split it down the middle, just like the 8-8, 9-8, 8-9, 8-8-1 Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is their gimmick. I went 9.5. One of us is winning this, and one of us
Take
is
the
losing
under.
it.
Easiest money in the world if it's 9.5.
It is 8.5.
Boom!
Ooh.
Boom! Vegas is on to me.
My last one, Joseph.
I thought Nick was going to get the I thought they were going to get the Aaron Rodgers bump there. Only 8.5. Last one, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens fans are still burning Mark Andrews jerseys as we speak.
Oh my God.
I
forgot about that until you mentioned it.
I said 10.5.
I will go 11.5.
It is 11.5. Nick just had a clean sweep.
What can I say? I know the AFC North apparently.
Did 3-0-1 for you in that division. You were in front.
No, it's the Taco Cat. That's how I knew that division so well.
That you did. All right, Danny. Bye.
Boys, have a great rest of your show. I'll see you guys Thursday.
See you, brother. Okay. You know what a random thought I had the other day while I was out and about. How did we as a nation allow Josh Allen to win MVP last year?
I mean,
Lamar's numbers
I was going to say, are you saying Lamar should have probably gotten it?
He was like the first quarterback ever to throw for like 40 touchdowns and less than 5 picks. And just, yeah,
I think by the end of the season, I was on Lamar. I was on Lamar's train.
I'm mad at myself that I didn't.
To me, honestly, what Lamar had it twice, right? He's had it twice.
Yes.
Honestly, to me, if Lamar had no MVPs, he probably wins it. If Josh Allen had any MVPs, Lamar probably wins it. But since Lamar had 2 and Allen had none, I'm confident that swayed some decisions.
Unfortunately, you're probably right. That is how they thought.
I still think it should have been Joe Burrow.
But. Yeah, just the greatest 9-win season of all time.
Putting up 38 points a week and losing every one of them.
While dressed like Paige Beckers. All right, next up, the AFC South. Everyone's favorite division. We're going to start with the Tennessee Titans, the new home of Cameron Ward, #1 overall pick.
Ooh. And their record last year was probably 5 wins? 4?
They were 3-14.
Oof. So they were last-ish. Okay. And remind me, Cam Ward, he was the first overall pick, right?
Yeah, Miami Hurricane.
Shows you how much I pay attention that I wasn't confident there. Let's go.
This is what this is for, to get you back in the game.
That's right. I'm going to start doing my fantasy research here soon. We're going to get a decent little bump here, but I'm just going to go up to 5.5.
You whore. Yeah, it's 5.5. I also said 5.5. If Cam Ward's good, they could be a little spicy. They could be a pain in the ass. Like, I don't think they're gonna be great, but.
And remind me, what's their running back room look like? Have they made any changes from last year, or is it still?
I think it's still Tony Pollard.
Okay,
Again,
and
shows how
I'm
much
trying
I
to
know.
think. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank on who their other guy was.
Yeah, now you got me fucked up. I can't even think of who their running back is. Or running backs are.
He's very memorable, apparently.
They just lost Traylon Burks. Like, they waived him after he got hurt again in camp. The receiver.
It is kind of funny that they essentially traded A.J. Brown for that guy.
Pretty much. Yeah, not good, Bob.
Didn't work out for the Titans.
Yeah, I don't need sources to tell me that one didn't play out well, unfortunately.
Mm-mm.
Next up, the Indianapolis Colts. Buckle up, folks. This team could be quarterbacked by Anthony Richardson. They could be quarterbacked by Daniel Jones. The spectrum is wide here. Last year, they had an up and down season. They finished 8-9. And now
they've certainly got talent, and they've got pieces.
And I like their coaching staff, but I would kill for Anthony Richardson to work, because it's fun. But I just don't know. We'll see.
I will take the easy way out on this one, and I will take 8.5.
Oh, I got lucky because I said 6.5. It is 7.5.
Oh, so we split it.
Yeah, I got lucky there. I don't know why I went so low, but
okay.
Next up, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think
did anybody underwhelm their over/under from last year quite like the Jags?
What did they finish last year? 5-12. They were 4-13, and I think they were 8.5. So no, they were one of the.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, because I mean the Bears were like 7.5 or 8.5, and they finished 5-12.
So Jags were a little worse.
Yeah, big proving year for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I love even though he has a little bit of quirkiness to him. We have seen multiple times over the last just few years how many times just because you lose the press conference doesn't mean your coach sucks. Look at Nick Sirianni. Look at Dan. Yeah. Look at Dan Campbell. I love Liam Cohen. He's really good, and they went out and they absolutely stuffed the Browns in a locker on draft night to get Travis Hunter. I mean, Jesus Louises. And now they have one of the more dynamic, like. They could have drafted like the best player in the league in 5 years. If Hunter is everything he was in college, then they drafted one of the more unique players that we'll ever see. We'll see if he can do both. I think he's going to be pretty good. They're going to be fun regardless. What do you have here for their win total?
I will go 7.5. Might be high.
I went 7.5 as well.
Oh, okay.
The line is, I think we're right on this. It is 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a make or break year for Trevor to play well. They still lack talent in certain areas to where I think making the playoffs will be a bit tough, especially because like the top end of the AFC is pretty hard to crack. But who knows? At the end of the day, maybe this division can be wide open. Who knows? Like if Houston just continues to regress. Speaking of them, they are next. They won 10 games last year, and it was honestly an underwhelming season for them.
Imagine saying that sentence 2 years ago.
I know, that's the crazy part. Stroud was so good as a rookie. Last year, it was a combination of poor play calling and injuries on their offensive line, and Stroud just was inconsistent.
Yeah, he
And,
was not the miracle worker that he was his rookie year.
no. And they still made the same round that they did the year before.
Yeah.
They
That's
blew
pretty
the
good to
doors off.
regress and still get to the same round.
Exactly. That's kind of where
I would love to regress and win a playoff game.
yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, woo,
Well, we did it.
Playoff game.
Yeah, we did it. So yeah, what do you got here for the Texans?
I will take 9.5, sticking right around where they were at last year.
Yeah, it's 9.5. I said 9.5 as well. We had 4 ties in the AFC South. Look at you and me.
Did we really? We tied on all
Southerns.
4 of them. How about that?
When the South southern the South, you and I know the AFC and NFC South. Quick pit stop. If you're watching, we thank you for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you really like it. Go to our Substack page. Look up on our Substack for fantasy, or excuse me, let me really tell you where to go. Go to Substack and search For Frequency's Sake. ForFrequencySake.substack.com. We have so much great content out there. We got college football win total predictions. We're team by team breakdown in the power conferences. Every single team we're doing a fantasy football forecast on. So there you go, Nick. You want to do some research for fantasy? Subscribe to the Substack. Get some fantasy research on. We've already knocked through a few teams or a few divisions. We're right now doing the NFC North. We got the NFC North coming up to close out the rest of the week. And then also our daily newsletter. We're with a lot of baseball plays in there right now. Once we get going with football season, it's going to continue to grow and grow. So we got a lot of great stuff we're doing. Go follow us on the Substack page. Time for the AFC West. What could be the most intriguing division in the league. We're going to start with the Denver Broncos, led by everyone's favorite checkdown artist, Bo Nix. They went 10-7 last year. Their defense
did that blow away their number for last year? Do you know?
I think their number was around like 6 or 7.
Okay, so they overperformed.
Sean Payton is what they look like when it comes to the head coaching position in the National Football League. And yeah, their defense is capital L legit, bold font, italicized, all that good stuff. And they added to it. They added Dre Greenlaw. They added Hufanga from the 49ers. They're sick on the defensive side of the ball. The only thing that they lack that I don't like is their offensive skill positions. I don't think are that good, but hey, can't have everything in the world. What do you have, the Denver Broncos, my friend?
I'm going to take... I feel like they are in a natural spot to regress a little bit, but I don't want to go too crazy here. I will go 8.5.
Okay. I said 9.5, and it is 9.5.
Oh, okay.
I don't necessarily, a lot of people are on this team, man. They are, they're going to be, a lot of people are going to be, they're going to be the dark horse, quote unquote, of the AFC. I'm not saying that's going to be my choice. I'm just saying the people. That's what they're going to say, Nick. You know me and people. You know me and clipboards. I don't have one near me, but, got to keep the gimmicks up. Where's it? Oh, there we go.
Got one. You know what, Joe? I got 2.
Oh, see, this is why I care about you. Now, do you have a lab coat so we can discuss science?
No.
Oh,
no.
Damn.
Science from me today.
And no one's being ran down either. Okay, next up, the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone's favorite team.
12.5.
I said 11.5. It is 11.5.
Wow. That feels like a natural, easy over pick. What'd they finish last year?
15-2. and they sucked.
I was gonna say, and they should not have been. But you know what, Joe? All year long, I harped on them.
And then
This can't be real. This can't be real. No, this is fake news. Well, guess what, baby? What happened in the Super Bowl, Joe?
I walked in. I said the Chiefs, they're frauds, and all of a sudden they showed they were the biggest frauds. Such big frauds they were that Jalen Hurts. He really has huge thighs. I mean, his thighs are so big, beautiful thighs, and
the Chiefs were on the list.
They were. The Chiefs were on the list. Cooper DeJean was not a safety, and he returned. What a night that was for a lot of people. That
was a fantastic night to watch a terrible football game.
If
there was only one blowout outcome that I would root for 10 times out of 10, and it's what we saw. Chiefs getting demoralized. I loved it so much.
I enjoyed when the Bucks blew them out because a lot of people got over their heads on certain stuff with Kansas City.
I did not enjoy that one, but I did enjoy last year.
I was really hoping for history last year, so I was cheering for the Chiefs. And you know me, I don't know. The Eagles don't. I don't know. But
you're not a tush push kind of guy, Joe.
Not a big tushy pushy. Big beautiful tush. All right. Raiders.
The Raiders.
I wouldn't call them the off-season champs, but they do have the coolest additions. They go out and get Pete Carroll. They get Geno Smith. They draft Ashton Jeanty.
Like it was a package deal almost. Although he wasn't in Seattle last year.
Right.
He wasn't, right? He took a year off, essentially.
Correct. Yes. Right? Yeah. They're in a good spot. You know, they lost Christian Wilkins yesterday, so that's a little weird.
I did catch a little bit of that. That seemed like it was just weird.
It's got some. There's some spice on it, and I'm not talking, and not spice, but spice, if you know what I'm talking about.
Tush push.
Yeah, very big, beautiful tush. Okay. So yeah. This team, I don't know how good. This is the definition, Nick, of I don't know how good they're going to be, but God, they're going to be a bitch to play. They're going to be annoying.
And their record last year, were they in the 5-win area?
Last year they were terrible. They won 4 games.
Okay.
So they were 4-13. What do you got here? The 2025 Las Vegas Raiders.
I will go 6.5.
Ooh, he's inching back. I said 7.5. It is 7.5.
Okay.
They put it at that's the thing. They put it at 6.5. You'll want to go over. Geno with Pete, they're not gonna. With Brock Bowers, they're not gonna win 6 games. But at 7.5, you're like, are they really gonna win 8 games? They make you think. All right, next up, the Los Angeles Chargers, 11-6, and got absolutely slutted out in the wild card round against the Texans. Just a very, very poor showing. 11-6 last season. What say you, my friend, the 2025 Chargers?
I'm going to go with 9.5 on this one.
We tied. I as well said 9.5. All right. So let's see. This is so easier to count when we're doing 16 picks instead of 32 because now it's just going to be a lot harder. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, I didn't win one for a while there. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, really? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 5-4 to 7 in favor of me through 16 rounds.
Say it one more time.
5 wins, 4 wins, 7 ties. Halfway home.
Okay. Not bad. We're doing okay.
We're doing it's nip and tuck. This is how it. This is the going to be the year. Going to be in the ring, back and forth. All right. Next up, the NFC, the National Football Conference. We're going to start with the NFC East. We're going to start with America's team and the Dallas Cowboys. New head coach Brian Schottenheimer, Dak Prescott back, George Pickens, new wide receiver. Are they going to pay Micah Parsons? Who knows? Dallas Cowboys. Nick, what do you got?
And record from last year again?
They went 7-10.
Oh boy.
And Dak
we'll take
missed about half the year.
Yeah, that's true. I will go 8.5 on this one. And remind me, is Mike McCarthy anywhere now?
He did not end up anywhere, no.
Okay.
So funny, because I also have 8.5.
But we're both wrong.
We're both wrong. It's 7.5. And it is minus 125 to the over. That seems low to me. And I don't think the Cowboys are great. They're like an incredibly top-heavy roster, but they're going to win 7 games again if Dak stays healthy? In an NFC that's not that, like the middle of the NFC is, now listen, the middle of the NFC is a bloodbath because it's got like 9 teams in it. Like the NFC is like the Eagles and then like the Bucks and maybe the Rams and the Niners if you're an idiot and think the Niners are really good for some reason. And then after that, like until you get to the bad teams in the league, the rest are just like a whole lot of teams that could win anywhere between 6 and 11 games. And then you have like the bad teams in the NFC, in my opinion, like the Saints. They suck. Like the Panthers are going to be bad, but I don't think they're nearly as bad as New Orleans, in my opinion. They could be feisty, so they could be a team that wins 7 games. The Giants, I think, also suck. Speaking of the Giants, they're next.
And who's the Giants quarterback this year?
So they went out and got Russell Wilson. They also drafted Jackson Dart. They also got Jameis Winston. So who the hell knows what's going to happen?
Going to eat some W's along the way.
They very well could. I'm interested to see if Wilson starts week 1, how long that experiment will last.
But we're going to go with 4.5 W's.
Interesting.
I feel like I went really low, but it's already out of my mouth, so I'm going to stick with it.
I won this one. It is 5.5, and I said 5.5. Okay.
I was glad I wasn't off by more than one.
And you also did you say wow? So you put them lower than the Browns?
Yeah, I guess I did.
And you were right on that one.
All right.
All right. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, reigning, defending champions of the world. Last year they went 13-4 or 14-3. They won the Super Bowl. They lost 1 game after the month of September, and pretty much steamrolled the entire NFL last season. After about October, the only team that really gave them a game was the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round in the snow. And they blasted the Commanders in the conference title game. They beat the brakes off the Chiefs. Lose some stuff here and there on some pieces, but regardless, this team is nasty.
The rightful owner of the MVP from last year.
Who's
Saquon?
Saquon? In a just
world.
In fair world. In a righteous America.
We're going to go.
But our country is neither righteous nor just.
We're going to go 12.5. I think it's probably 11.5 now that I say it, but I'm going to stick with 12.5.
So, I can't believe this. It's 10.5. I put 11.5.
Okay. All right.
Now, it's hilariously it's minus 160 to the over. So, I don't know. Maybe they're thinking a little bit of regression to the mean. listen, no team can. I love talking about game script, right? No team controlled. Even the Lions last year, like as good as they were, I've never seen a team control game script as much as the Eagles did, because like they ran the ball like almost 100 more times than anybody else in the NFL. What they did last year when it came to like a dictating your terms was about as close to perfect as I've ever seen. So if there's regression in that means, who knows? Maybe they struggle, but I don't know. I just can't doubt them after last season. I thought they were going to be bad, and they decided to dominate. I said going into last year they could be one of two things. They could fall off the wagon because they quit on the coach, or Saquon Barkley could turn into like their cheat code, and that's what happened. So I was half right. I just predicted the wrong side. Washington Commanders, everyone's favorite team, with everyone's favorite defending rookie of the year, with Jaden Daniels. Magical season. They went to the conference championship after winning 10 games. The most historic third and fourth down conversion team in league history. Can't imagine that certainly is just going to be the same this year. They are going to convert 90% of their fourth downs.
No regression to the mean due at all with this team.
It'll regress the other way. They're actually going to convert 100% of their fourth downs. And they will be like 90% on third down. Washington, what say you? I'm clearly not salty still.
Oh, man, that's... Which side of 10 do I want to go on? I'm going to go... I'll go 10.5. It's probably 9.5. I'm probably on the wrong side of the coin.
No, I knew it, Joe. I knew it. Your boy's hot.
Your boy's not.
And the thing is 9.5. It is pretty much even keel there. Minus 115 to the over, minus 105 to the under. So, all right, let's get this out of the way. Everyone's favorite team that I cheer for, the Chicago Bears. Last year was a year from hell for this team. They go get Ben Johnson. They go upgrade they upgrade their offensive line all over the place. They draft a tight end in the first round. They draft a receiver in the second round. Did I mention they have Ben Johnson? Caleb Williams is their quarterback, second year. Did I mention they have Ben Johnson? Nick Brinks, what say you?
Let's go. And remind me the record from last year.
5-12. They went 1-10 in their last 11. But they won their last game.
We're gonna go 8.5.
They're on fire. They got momentum.
Yeah, we're gonna go that. We're gonna go that route. Yeah.
8.5. Well, you sir are correct. It is 8.5, and I said 7.5.
Nice.
Do I wish it was 7.5, not just for me to win, but so we didn't have that much pressure on us? Yes, but it's fine. I will. I'm cautiously optimistic. We're at the point now where I just can't believe anything's going to be good until it's good, but I'm at this point, Nick. They went out and in the last 2 years, they drafted the can't-miss prospect at quarterback, and they hired the can't-miss head coach. If they still suck after all that, then I guess they're just meant to be bad forever.
That's fair. That's a good way to look at it.
That's
one last hurrah for Joe.
Yeah, and then I will throw myself over the barge. Just look like a football. Just look like an NFL team. You could go 8-9 and miss the playoffs, and I'll honestly be tickled pink. Just look like an NFL team. It's kind of where I'm at right now. The bar has never been lower. All right. The next up, the Detroit Lions. Weird offseason for them. A couple offensive linemen left. One retired. They lose 7 coaches. One of them was Ben Johnson. Did I mention he's the head coach of the Chicago Bears? One of them is Aaron Glenn. He's the head coach now of the New York Jets. They lost a wide receiver coach to the Bears. They lost a quarterbacks coach to the Bears. They lost other coaches in other places. Culture will prevail, though. We're going to find out in Detroit. What do you have as the Detroit Lions win total?
What were they last year? 14-3?
They were 15-2.
Okay. I would have to assume there's some regression expected here. Let's go 11.5.
It is 10.5.
A lot of
I
regression.
also said 10.5. It is plus to the over also. I think I would take the over. I don't think they're going to fall off that much. I don't think they're going to be as good.
The books are expecting 10 as their ceiling for wins based on the odds.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Next up, everyone's favorite underachiever, the Green Bay Packers. 11-6 last year, 11-0 against teams that weren't good, 0-6 against teams that were. The ones that mattered did not beat. Let's just put it that way. And they got smacked in the wild card round against the Eagles. But their saving grace is everyone got beat up by the Eagles. So who, doesn't mean they have any flaws. They're the best team ever. And everyone's going to pick them to win the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be fun.
I will take 10.5.
It is 9.5, and I also said 9.5.
You are on a heater. I don't even know if I can catch up anymore.
I know I am on a heater. This is bad though, because last year in the early stages of the year, I blew you out, and then
I'm giving you that head start.
Yeah, it's because it's like you have pity for me.
I'm just giving myself a handicap.
Yeah,
or you a handicap.
There you go.
Giving you a nice lead, however you want to look at it.
Exactly. You're giving me a handicap. So that's where I'm at. Let's see here. Too bad that I didn't take the time to put the teams into categories like I did for the games last year. Those will be returning. Everyone's favorite categories of the Sunday S tier, the Happy Cat Dance, mid but still watchable, the Jurassic Park poop memes, all the good stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll come up with some new tier names this year. If anybody can send me, follow us on Twitter at Goth. Go to at FFSQC on Twitter and DM us your favorite names for the guest the line categories. All right, Minnesota Vikings, the fighting JJ McCarthy's, the fighting Jordan Rangels. Last year, 14-3, and then it all fell apart in the matter of 6 days. I've never felt worse for a team that it was a divisional rival. I was like, damn, they didn't deserve to go out like that.
Now remind me, where's Darnold now? Is he in like Seattle or something?
Okay. He is in Seattle. See, you pay attention.
Well, I thought I remember hearing that, but then I was like, wait a second. Then I thought, we already talked about Geno. He's gone. So, okay, yeah, it must have been Seattle. If we hadn't talked about Geno in Vegas, I would have been like, I have no idea where Darnold's at. I would not have remembered that on the fly.
He is in Seattle. JJ is the new baby.
Okay, he's healthy?
In Minnesota. As of this day, July 29th.
Okay.
To the year of our Lord 2025. He is healthy.
We're going to go 9.5 here.
It is I said 8.5, and I just know the North, I guess, because it is 8.5.
I do not know the North.
I'm a good Northern
AFC
boy.
North, Joe.
It's funny because the one team that I went 3-1 in that division, and you actually won the team that I cheer for. So
that's all that matters.
It's funny how that works. Yeah, you knew my team better than I did. That's what we care about. Next up, the AFC South, the Southerning the Southerns, the Atlanta Falcons. Interesting year for them last year. They started 6-3, and then Kirk Cousins became an enemy of the state. His Achilles became washed, and he signed a $1 billion Netflix deal to be a full-time actor on a reality television show. Michael Penix then started to. Then he became the starter late in the season. Once the season was already gone to hell, he played well. They lost their most important game of the year, which was also his first start in the NFL. Not a wise move, but yeah, this team could be very fun. Who knows what they'll be outside of that? They went 8-9 last year. Let me double check.
And I know they were in the
8-9.
playoff because the NFC middle of the pack was just so full. They were in the playoff race till late. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. So an 8-9 season. What say you with the fighting Chick-fil-A's?
We're gonna go 7.5 here.
He's back. It is 7.5. You're a big Southern boy.
Okay.
Next up, the New Orleans Saints. Well, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a team I know nothing about. Spencer Rattler's their starting quarterback, is what you're going to tell me, right? No, I'm just kidding.
He's supposed to be, but they did draft Tyler Shuck. That's how you pronounce it. They drafted him in the second round.
They're actually looking at Rattler for Week 1 starter. I was mostly joking.
It's going to be him,
or is it going to be this guy? Okay, wow.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Shuck. I think. I would be shocked if it was Rattler over Shuck.
You would be shucked?
I would be shucked, yeah. Shucked and chucked.
Okay.
Shucky ducky. Some
Chucked
say.
Right to the defender for a pick six?
Exactly. Their offensive line is good, but outside of that, not, Kellen Moore is their new head coach.
They haven't done anything surprising and got rid of Alvin Kamara, right?
No, they still have Alvin. Big
right.
Alvin.
My boy Alvin.
They they're not good. Very not good. What do you got?
We're gonna go with 5.5 here.
Attaboy. We both said
almost
5.5.
Almost went 4.5, but I went north.
I was thinking if you go 5.5, if you go 4.5 here, that would be detrimental to you. 5.5 each. We both said 5.5, and it is 5.5. So
right on the money.
So the Browns, the Giants, and the Saints, all 5.5. That is your bottom of the barrel in the National Football League. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They keep losing coaches. They keep winning games. They once again win the NFC South. Baker Mayfield is one of those dudes. He's pretty good. Can the Kings of the South stay the Kings of the South? Nick Brinks, what say you?
And their record last year was, again?
10-7.
10-7. Bucks. I'm going to go, we're going to stick right in that ballpark. I'm going to go, oh, do I? Yeah, we'll go 9.5.
We are both Southern boys. We both said 9.5. It is indeed 9.5. They are the team right now, Nick, that I really want to pick to be the NFC darling and just come out of nowhere and win the NFC. I really want to do it. Do I have the courage? Do I have the gusto? That's the problem. But I really want to say the Bucs are going to go to the Super Bowl.
I like it.
Their pass defense scares me. And Tristan Wirfs might miss some time to start the year. And that also scares me. So, lastly, in the NFC South, the Fighting Bryce Youngs. Sometimes my agendas, they win. Even though it was fun to cheer against them because the Bears. I like Bryce Young, so I was happy when he was good. The agenda.
I was going to say the agenda on Carolina here took a massive step the last, month of the season?
Yeah,
Like,
about the last
I
6 to 8 weeks, he was really good. It didn't come in many wins, but
Yeah.
he was really good in the second half. Once he got his job back because of the Andy Dalton car accident, he really turned it around.
Yeah, I feel like that that stretch really gave Carolina something to root for and think positively about. Because at that point, they were just like, "Oh shoot, we suck," and there doesn't really seem to be much light at the end of the tunnel. But alas, here we are.
Remember
There's
how
light at the
bad
end of the tunnel, or
remember how
light at the
bad
end
they
of the
were? They're like, yeah.
It was bad.
Remember how bad they were at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
Like they couldn't even their offense literally could not operate.
No.
And then Dalton started. They won that stupid ass game in Vegas, just like they did the year before when he started, and they won that game. Like I think it was in Seattle.
Mm. And remind
And
me what they finished last year.
I think they finished 5-12.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to go 6.5 here.
That is correct. It is 6.5, and we both said 6.5.
Okay. Nice.
Final division. No, I'm excited for them. Canales is a good coach. They're at least in a spot now where, like, even if they go 6-11, if they go 7-10, and Bryce makes strides, but they lose because they just don't have enough talent. At least they have a vision. Like a month and a half into last season, they were the bleakest team in the league, and that was compared to the Saints, who right now I think the Saints are the bleakest team in the league.
Yeah, they don't give you a whole lot of reason for optimism.
Carolina, at least now, it's like, oh, here we go. There's something. Final division, the NFC West, starting with the Los Angeles Rams. I don't know if they would have won the Super Bowl, but they were 3 Jalen Carter plays away. Jalen Carter being the defensive tackle for the Eagles, who just he wrecked shop when the shop needed to be wrecked, and it halted what could have been a miraculous comeback win for the Rams in the snow. If they would have pulled that off, that would have been one of the 10 greatest wins in NFL history.
It had the potential. That was fantastic.
The Rams could be Matthew Stafford's last ride, maybe. They lost Cooper Kupp, but they gained Devontae Adams. That was their big offseason maneuver. Yeah, love that. And now here we go.
Although if you, as fantasy owners of Cooper Kupp last year knew, he was pretty much gone after about the halfway point of the season.
You're giving him probably too much love there, saying halfway.
Yeah, maybe earlier.
Puka definitely became the hierarchy leader last year.
Yeah. By the end, you're just hoping, like, I'm taking the over on this 17.5. It's got to hit, right?
Yeah. About funny thing about that. And now he's a Seattle Seahawk. So the Rams, what say you, my friend?
And last year's record was 10?
10-7, division winners.
We're going to go 9.5 here.
The boys are smart. It was 9.5. I said 9.5. It's 9.5. You also said 9.5. Therefore, it's 9.5. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals. 7-10 last year, or excuse me, 8-9 last year. Kind of fell off in the back half of the season, and by kind I mean they really fell off in the back half of the season. They have improved on their defense. I love their coaching staff. If their offense can kind of just put it together a little bit more, this team could be an NFC darling playoff team. Last year when I did my tiers, I said they were going to be the presidents of the fun club. They were the NFL League Pass or the NFL Sunday Ticket MVPs, and they were in that vicinity. So they scarcely lived up to that expectation. This year, they are probably hoping that they can take the next step and become a playoff team. So, Mr. Brinks, what say you for your Arizona Cardinals win total? Yes.
I'm going to take. Oh man, can they take a step forward? I mean, yeah. We're gonna flip a coin here mentally and take 8.5 instead of 7.5.
That would do you right. I also said 8.5. It is 8.5.
Nice. Hey, I'm pulling for pushes at this point. It's my best bet.
Okay. I'm giving you this next one, because I already knew it. This was like this was like the one that I knew for sure, because I've been dumbfounded by it all season since I heard about it. It's the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
So what is your guess?
What were they last year? Remind me.
They were injured. That's what they were last year.
And very underachieving.
They were 6-11. And all of their offensive skill players died.
And now they all left.
Except Brock Purdy. Well, a lot of their defensive ones left. Brandon Ayuk is I heard a thing today that said that we have no timetable for his return.
Okay.
That's good news. Jawan Jennings tweaked his calf yesterday. Also good news. So yeah, they just it's not great right now.
And where's Debo?
For the Niners? But hey, Debo. Oh yeah, Debo is a commander.
Okay. Jeez, I didn't know that. I had a suspicion that he left, but I did not know he was in Washington now. Oh, scary Terry owners are sad.
I don't know. And my fan, hey, if you subscribe to the For Frequency Sake Substack, because in the fantasy forecast for the Washington Commanders, I got to go back in time here because we did it like a week ago, and we put out a lot of content, folks. Your boy, and as in me, some people said Terry McLaurin is a must draft, aka our good friend Don Corleone.
No,
He said that Terry McLaurin is a must draft for this upcoming season. And I told people to not draft Debo. I said he would be a bust. So that's just a little insight to our fantasy forecast. Go subscribe, read them up. Got a lot of great content on the Substack over there. But for the Niners, you get this point no matter what. But what's your prediction?
I am going to go with 8.5.
So you would think that would be the case, right? You would think. Here's the problem. It's 10.5. And it's juiced like even for both sides. Look, man, I get it. Actually, I don't get it. I'll never understand. It's not even a Brock Purdy take. Like at this point, like the Purdy stuff is so 3 years ago for me. So people who think they understand where I come from are going to, and I knew I was going to get mad when we finally brought this up. So that's why I had to do the Brock Purdy defense first, because it's not a Brock Purdy take. I think this team is insanely overrated take. This team having the second highest win total in the. This team has the same total win. This team has the same win total as the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champion who brought like everyone back. And they have the same win total.
To me, I love the 49ers when they've got $1 million quarterback and you can invest in your team.
Oh.
What's he paid now? $55 million?
A lot. And listen,
that's a lot of weapons you can't afford anymore for him.
Here's the thing. in my opinion, you're going to think I'm you're not going to believe that I'm going to say this, worth every penny.
We will find out.
Maybe not 55 million, but he was worth it because without him, we saw they were dog water. Like 2 years ago, he literally saved their ass because like he was a warm body that also gave them variance. Last year wasn't on him. Their entire offense died.
Yeah.
And then this year they lose a bunch of defenders in free agency. I understand McCaffrey's back. George Kittle's still there, but I don't know, man. McCaffrey's going to have to be like an MVP candidate for them to even come close to this number. Or Purdy's going to have to be an MVP candidate for them to come close to this number, I think.
That's
you know,
that's quite a jump.
It's wild. Lastly, the Seattle Seahawks. I don't have as many ruckus opinions about this team compared to the Niners. But now they are now the proud owners of Sam Darnold, who had Sam Darnold had stock like some people would say the stock of the Republican Party was. It was great until they were needed, and then all of a sudden the stock went down. That was a bad political joke. Don't hate me. I have no sides. I tried to take the piss on that one. I think Nick understood where I was trying to go with that. Sam Darnold was great, and then when the chips were down, all of a sudden everyone was like, Sam, what do you mean you're not going to release the list you promised everybody you were going to release? Sam, what are you talking about? So now that Sam Darnold is a threat to Western democracy, he is now a member of the Seattle Seahawks. Mike McDaniel, second-year head coach. Or Mike McDonald, excuse me, second-year head coach. Big fan of him. I think this team could improve. What this team's ceiling is, though, I don't really know. They lost DK Metcalf, of course. Tyler Lockett is now oh, God, my brain. Where the hell did Tyler Lockett
Where did DK go? That's news to me, too.
Steeler. I said that earlier. Okay. The Steelers got DK, and they traded Pickens. George Pickens is a Cowboy, and DK Metcalf is a Steeler.
So Rodgers to DK, huh?
Could be. Last but not least, the Seattle Seahawks, my friend.
Seattle Seahawks give me 7.5.
It is 7.5. We both said 7.5.
I feel like everything that I've hit on the nose in the last half hour, you've tied me on. So I didn't make any ground up.
I know. I
didn't make any ground up.
You're going to think that I was cheating, but I really wasn't. The only one that I knew for sure was the Niners, and I gave you that one. Let's see here. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ties. We tied 14 times, my friend. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wins for me. So that means 24. So that means, really, you had 4 wins. 5, 6, 7. So 7. Yep, that's it. That makes sense. 10 to 7 to 14.
Well, I finished closer than I felt.
8.
Although, are we missing one there? 10, 7, and 14.
I feel like we are. Yeah, I feel like it should be 4.
That's 31.
9. Yep, hold on. 4. Or I had 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I had 11. My bad. 11 to 7 to 14.
I liked it a lot better when it was 10 to 7.
Listen, man, don't. We're going to do week 0 guest lines, and you're going to, week 1 guest lines, and you're going to bulldoze me. The game that I wanted us to play you ripped me in half last year. But again, that's a good thing because that got you invested. If I would have just won every week, you would have hated it. You would have been like, "Why are we doing this, Joe? It's stupid."
It's for the brand.
It is for the brand. We are the original Guess the Lines. Nobody else has ever done it in history. No one's ever done it in history of podcasts. We are the originators. It is us.
I think we should even trademark for the brand. I think that's a newbie. That's new.
Exactly. No one's ever done that. No one's ever talked about a brand. No one's ever been for one. So let us be. What even is a brand? We're just out here making stuff up. We're so innovative. So we are. Let's see here. We've got a couple weeks from. We're about a month away from everything. Being heated up NFL wise. We'll do our week 0 show the Sunday before the Thursday night opener. That'll be our week 0 show where we'll give our win total locks, like our locks for, what we have the win totals. We'll do our playoff predictions where once again, we'll try to see if we can, nail the preseason playoff predictor, which last year we did probably terrible at. I don't remember if I have it in front of me, but I have to go digging for it. It's always fun to try to predict the new playoff teams. And and then we'll be into we will be into the thick of it, as the kids say. $100 picks, that will be this year as well.
What's the $100 picks?
That is a new gimmick. It is replacing the Sinister Six.
Okay.
The Sinister Six is going to be a Gotham Gambling Golden Ticket Show thing, where when we do our weekly show for that, the 5 or 6 of us or whoever's on the pod that night, we will all pick something, our favorite play of the week, and it will go into a parlay.
Oh.
So that will be the Sinister Six parlay. Okay. The $100 picks is another ripoff, but I am lowering the money. It is going to be every week. This is me officially announcing this, but every week I will come on. It will be after the Thursday night game. Danny and I will be on live, so it'll be late, but it'll be fun. It'll also be recorded so we can put it on YouTube the next day. And we can repost it and stuff. And it will be it will be our gambling show for the weekend. It can be anything. It can be games like lines, points, like totals, props, anything's on the
touchdowns.
Board. Exactly. I have $100 of fake money that I can put on anything for that week. And
you're going to track it as such?
We're going to track it each week. And we're just going to see, how good or bad we are. Each week we get a new $100. So let's say we double it week 1. I don't have
$1,800.
$1,800. Technically, because I thought about this last night.
There are 18 weeks.
I thought about this last night. Technically, 20. I mean, depending on if I do it for college football for the playoff, for college football. Well, I guess that will be the same time frame. So I'll have $2,400 through the playoffs. We're gonna see how much plus or negative value I have.
All right, Joe. Here's what you need to do. It's $100 play money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put your money where your mouth is and do $10. I know you're not a big dollar betting man. So $10 a week, 10% of what you're talking about. Real money. Do it.
Yeah, there will be a real life version of the
or just do the full 100
track as well. That would be I wish. If I cared about my I care about my future marriage, so I probably couldn't do that. But honestly, if I was really good at this, then I could also say I'm doing it because I care about our future marriage. Honey, I'm going to pay the wedding off by gambling every week. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to track. We're going to, Danny's going to create a huge Excel spreadsheet for it. I'm going to be doing it freehand every week to try to be all right, here's $2.50 to win $7.90. or to cash them underdog parlays or whatever. So yeah, man, it's going to be great. I can't wait to do it. That'll be every week during the season. That'll be our Thursday night show. Sunday night, you and I will be on here live. We will be, we will be Jack and Rose from the Titanic. One of us will not move over on the shipwreckage, and the other one will sink to the bottom of the ocean, frozen.
Come back.
But we will do it. But it will happen out of love. At the end of one of us will feel like the king of the world. We were both very happy on Sunday. I figured we could get, we're only at the 80-minute mark. I figured we could steal a few minutes here to do a quick motorsport minute.
We got a couple minutes here.
We were very happy on Sunday. Bubba Wallace did the thing. Felt like he has had a solid year, and he has been due for that. So I was very happy. Overall, what have your thoughts been on your thoughts on Sunday and your thoughts on the NASCAR season so far?
I was happy for Bubba. They used some great strategy to leapfrog to the front of the field, and then got the lucky break of Joey Logano blowing a tire, because we probably would have been celebrating a Joey Logano win if that didn't happen, most likely.
So he was going to win, right? He probably
there were no lead changes on Sunday on the track. Every lead change was due to pit strategy. So if his fuel held, chances are wasn't going to get past. And if his tires stayed fully inflated, probably isn't going to get past. So it was, I guess I'll call it peak NASCAR, because it's happened 2 weeks in a row now where it's rained in the last, tiny little sliver of the race. I think 2 weeks ago it was 30 laps. This week it was 6. They red flagged the race 30 minutes ish this week, and they essentially set up a green white checker after the rain delay, and he's going to hold on, looking good. And then there's a wreck. So they got to do it again. And now fuel is even more of a question. He does it again. He holds him off. So I was happy that I was happy for Bubba in 2 ways. One, that the rain and the delay and going back to green didn't screw him over. And then I was also happy that when it did work out, that he was able to race it out, and nobody could say, well, he only won it because it rained with 6 laps to go and it's over and whatever. So I was happy that he was able to hold on, race it out, get it done. It's the theme pretty much anytime we ever come on here. Yeah, the race, whatever. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. The car fucking sucks.
That's. I at times had been like, maybe we bitch too much about it. It feels like this year it has been way worse.
I think the breaking point for me was a month or 2 ago at Pocono, when Chase Briscoe is running like 50% throttle, saving gas. The guys behind him on fresh tires and fuel can't pass him. That should not happen. You probably did. But to me, that is like,
I was like, oof.
The opposite of peak NASCAR. The worst of NASCAR was that moment right there. And that's what this car has become. I hate it, and I hope they fix it. There's maybe some light at the end of the tunnel that the playoff and championship format is getting an overhaul or a tweak of some kind. Hopefully, I mean, they can't make it. No, I won't say that. I was going to say they can't make it any worse, but they definitely could. The 2014 to 16 format was infinitely worse than what we have now. But hopefully they will take the drawbacks of the current system and make it better. I doubt they'll go as far as to just give us a full season format of some kind with no playoffs and resets and all that. But I'm not that optimistic. And I'm also not that optimistic that TV executives will allow for any major changes. I'm hopeful, but I'm not going to get my hopes up that it gets that much better. But yes, overall, season's been okay. It's been fun at times. There's been some good races over the last few years. I'd say this year is not. I mean, this overall does not feel like that it's going to be a very memorable season, like in NASCAR history. I don't picture a lot of moments from this season where I'd say, "Oh yeah, the 2025 season, that was a good one." So that's kind of where we're at. I'm excited about the race this weekend in Iowa. I will be there all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking forward to the racing. I think Xfinity will be fun. Cup, I don't have super high expectations of. They put on a pretty good race last year. It was super hot. It's going to be about 20 degrees cooler this year, and it's not a night race. Last year, it started in the day, ended at night, and I felt like in the hot and slick of the day, the racing was better than in the night part. So this year, it will.
Is it starting earlier?
Yeah, this year it's starting at 2:30 instead of 6, roughly. So I would say I'm optimistic that because it's all in the day, maybe it'll be better, but it's going to be completely different because it's 75 instead of 90, 95 degrees at the start of the race. So that'll be, it could be a completely different race. The tire will be a little bit different too. They're bringing a more durable tire because there were some blowouts last year. So I'm going in with the expectation that I will have fun because I am at the racetrack and I'm having a good time there. Am I anticipating it being a barn burner of a race? Will it be as good as last year? I thought last year exceeded my expectations. I'm not going in with super high expectations, so hopefully they can exceed those minimal expectations. But yeah, that's
the Indy race. The Indy race this year was much.
Was
better.
it? I heard it was not great, but maybe.
One of them was kind of bland. The other one I thought was really good.
Were they able to pass it all? Or was it still one group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, a big reason. No. The racing, it was much better. It wasn't like the problem with last year is they put the PJ1 down and they couldn't race. It was one groove.
Because
this year it wasn't as big of a deal.
They redid the track last year.
Or they repaved it. They didn't PJ. That was in Texas.
Yeah.
They PJ1'd it. They did a repave. This year it was better. Now granted, there was a lot of passing because in one of the races, literally the best cars kept getting screwed with yellow, so they had to come through the field. But I thought the races were much better. They the best Indy race this year, I think, Gateway.
Okay.
I don't know if you watched. It was a Sunday nighter back in June, and it was fucking awesome. It was great. But yeah, man, racing has really become like dirty air. Like Bliss 500 was a dirty air fest because two lap cars decided to stick their dicks in it. Formula One has become all about dirty air because the cars are the size of boats. IndyCar has kind of fixed their problem with like the races for about a year with the hybrid engine, and they're weird trying to figure out the weight and all this stuff with, dirty air and whatnot. It was pretty bad, but it's gotten a lot better. Like they raced at Toronto. The Laguna Seca race Sunday wasn't great, but that's because Polo just walked the dog, which he has all season. The race at Toronto the week before that was really good. It's one of their best street course races of the year.
Last time we talked would have been probably before the season.
On
Fox
air, yeah.
Fox coverage feels like it's been a major letdown.
No, I think it's been
what you hoped for, or has it been okay?
10 out of 10.
Oh, okay. I guess I've only seen other takes online.
I think there are moments where it's like, why are there so many commercial breaks? But like,
do they not go side by side every time?
Not every time, no.
Really?
Yeah.
That has been the number one improvement this year in NASCAR. TNT and Prime, we haven't missed any green flag laps. It's been all side by side. That's been lovely. Fox for NASCAR was a total dumpster fire as expected, as usual. Now, there were some weeks where they went only side by side during green flag racing, but I believe that was only when they were on the Big Fox. When they were on FS1, that was not the case. But this season has been a major improvement in that regard. There's only been a handful of races where we've actually missed any green flag laps, so that's been huge for NASCAR. That's never happened. That we've had basically 10 straight weeks of no green flag laps missed. So
Yeah, did you like the
that's-
Amazon
that's
Prime TNT?
yeah, Prime
segment?
was really good. TNT to me has felt like it's way too focused at the front of the field, and they completely ignore even battles in the back half of the top 10. To me, it is inexcusable when you're watching the leader or whatever when there's no passing. Passing's almost impossible. And then on the ticker or on the pylon for the scoring, you see a couple guys flip-flop at like 8th and 9th. And it's like, all right, as a fan, I just saw that there was a change for position in the top 10. You haven't showed it yet. And the race that we're watching right now is it's not a competitive battle for position. So I hate that kind of stuff. And I would actually say Prime was guilty of some of that too, but Prime just felt like there were so many good things. TNT, I felt overall was pretty darn good. They had some races. I think it was Chicago, especially. Their camera work was really not good. There were a lot of poorly timed camera angles.
I feel like the camera angles at that track aren't great either.
No, and it can't be because it's. I understand why that of all tracks would be weird. As we found at the end of the race, even the officials do not have good views of shit, too.
Brother, my God, Cody Ware almost died.
Yeah.
They're just
So,
like, screw yellow.
Yeah, I'd give Prime 2 thumbs up. I'd give TNT like 1.5 thumbs up. NBC has been, in my opinion, they have been the top dog broadcasting NASCAR for the last decade. Low bar to clear with Fox as the competitor. So we'll see if they have watched Prime and TNT and decided to even improve their product further. I think they will. I'm hopeful that their commercial breaks are also all side by side during green flag racing, because to me, that is about the number one thing a TV broadcaster can do. Because it's inevitable when you're watching Fox, you go to commercial and you come back. Oh, there was a caution. We missed it. You don't have that when it's side by side. I would much rather, in every sense of the word, I will take more. I will take a few extra commercial breaks overall if there's side by side. Just in 2025, you cannot just take full screen commercials during green flag racing as much as Fox does and get away with it. It's a terrible product to watch, and fan sentiment is that Fox is awful, which is unfortunate because they used to be the top dog, and now they are nowhere close.
I think they've done a great job with Indy. I think their ratings have been mostly good-ish.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've enjoyed that aspect. They made the Indy 500 feel as big as it has in a long time too.
Now, I will say that was the only race I watched this year, and I felt like the TV broadcast was underwhelming. There were a lot of things that I can't remember what the deal was, but there was something with like, I don't know, was it 50 to, I remember something happened around 50 to go, and I just thought, okay, wait, that seems like or maybe it was the ticker disappeared.
The ticker,
I think I remember seeing that.
The ticker on the Fox broadcast was goofed up, and that has been a problem sometimes this year. Is that it has gotten goofed up.
Okay.
It's so weird to watch. Now F1 has their TV issues. Their TV director sometimes it's like, why are you showing these crowd shots when they're out there racing? But there's never commercial breaks in F1. It's always green. You know what I mean? Now it's just weird to watch a F1 race and then just the differences, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Racing as a whole, fix the dirty air problem. Can we watch? Can we go back to when the cars were unsafe so they can race good again?
Yeah, that's the sad part. To me, NASCAR when they when they developed this next gen car, they're like, we're gonna make dirty air not as big of a deal.
That's the
We've
biggest
got
problem.
we've got smart people working on it. We're gonna have a good car that dirty air is not a problem. We're gonna put this diffuser on. We're gonna give it a big underbody, clean air, dirty air, doesn't matter. It's gonna be great. Instead, we have the worst car in NASCAR history in terms of being impacted by dirty air. How the fuck do you get it that wrong? That's what I want to know.
It's yeah.
It ain't
It's
good.
bad.
It ain't good.
No, and I've been seeing clips of man, just let the cars be unsafe again. They die. I'm kidding. But yeah, man, just wild times in the sport of wheel.
Yeah.
Have fun this weekend in corn country.
Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Bringing the little guy with me Friday and Saturday, so that should be fun.
It'll be the next time we were on a pod together, it's going to be a few weeks. We'll be like right on the doorstep of the playoff. Do you have any other wonky playoff predictions? By the way, if it was regular points, it
got a great battle right now.
What was the difference from 2014 to 16 to now? Because that's
playoff points and the resets between each playoff round. You get to keep your playoff points for the start of the next round. In 2014 to 2016, the 16 seed and the 1 seed, they were seeded in the first round. But then the second round and third round, they were all reset to exactly even. So what you did in the regular season, 10 wins, no wins, didn't matter. You were tied. So I like that the current system has those playoff points that carry over from round to round to basically give your regular season some impact in the playoffs and continuing to win races in the playoffs to build up playoff points so that there's no reason where the 16 seed and the 1 seed should be on the same level at any round in the playoffs to start. So I like that it gives a guy not necessarily a mulligan, but if he's built up enough of a cushion where he can afford an off day, if that means that his chances are better to get to the final race and represent one of the 4 teams in the championship 4, I think that's important. To me, it was way too fluky. Like the Ryan Newman making it to the championship 4 with no win. That would not have happened if playoff points and things carried over between rounds. Just the way. I mean, he basically beat Gordon in the final corner because he knocked Kyle Larson out of the way to get to the final 4. Whereas Gordon had a bunch of wins, he would have had some cushion. Newman would have basically had to win a race to knock somebody out, as opposed to just knock someone out of the way for 12th place and just be a little more average than somebody that had a bad race. So that to me is the big thing between 2014 and 2017. Just takes away some of the flukiness. There's still some flukiness there, no doubt about it, but it's less fluky now. So 2014 to 16, in my opinion, is the worst championship format NASCAR has had in 50 years, basically. I wouldn't be surprised if we go somewhat of a hybrid from like 2006 and now, some kind of combination or whatever. I would like to see, well, I could probably talk all day about what I'd like to see. I won't go there. I would like to see it more of a full championship season.
But and that's the crazy part is the top 6 right now are separated by 71 points. The top 4 are separated by 20 points.
Yeah.
Like that's what's
and that's with Denny Hamlin missing a race because of the birth of his child.
Yeah. Shane Van Gisbergen, round of 8 incoming. Final 4 incoming. because of the buffer he's going to have from the playoff, from the wins all that he's going to accumulate in the regular season.
And I mean, this is the thing that I don't like about the playoffs. The first round is basically just don't have trouble. If you get caught up in somebody else's business and you get wrecked, you're screwed. If you can putz through with some playoff points and 3 20th place finishes, there's a chance you can make its way through if there's enough chaos. So it does, to me, the system does not reward the best. It just penalizes the worst days. And that, to me, I want to reward excellence, not mediocrity and whatnot. So we're focused on 15th in points right now and ignoring first the guys that are having excellent years. We don't care about them right now. I like the focus to be on the guys that are doing.
Yeah, which when you look at the driver standings, Kyle Larson's third, and everyone would probably tell you Kyle Larson since May has been bad.
Yeah,
since the double, since the second straight year of failing the double, he's been bad, and he's 15 points behind Chase Elliott, who's only got 1 win this year, and William Byron, who's 4 points behind him, who only has 1 win this year as well.
Yeah, Byron's Chase especially just very consistent. You know, he's running top 5, top 10 every week. His bad days are 17th, whereas those other guys, their bad days are DNFs back in 35th. So that's how Chase has stayed up there. I don't know if he's still on his streak of top 20s, but at one point he had not finished outside the top 20 all year. I'd have to assume he's got at least one of those by now, but maybe he doesn't. So consistency matters there. And yeah, I would just like to see consistency matter and race wins be worth more points. Right now, a race win versus second is like 10 to 15%. Like you're making 10 to 15% more points than second place. You boost that number to like 50%, second place gets 40, third, winner gets 60, whatever. Like over the course of a season, if you have a lot of wins, that'll make up for a lot of bad days. Or if you just get second all the time, you'll rack up those 40 points. So my dream system would just be a full system where the winner just gets more points than they currently do. That's what they should have did in 2004 when you had the Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth situation. Just make wins worth way more than second place and let the chips fall where they may. You can still be consistent and get there, but if you go on a heater late and you win a lot of races, you'll make up a lot of points.
Which is what Tony Stewart did 2011, correct? 2011?
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, he won 5 of the 10.
Got in, won 5 of the 10, and then
won on a tiebreaker. Carl was very consistent.
On a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and Tony just had the wins. So to me, a championship. I want the championship to feel like it's a guy that deserved it all year. You did not get that last year with Joey Logano with like a 16th best average finish in the sport. There is nothing about his season last year that says that is a championship worthy season. I just want a format where no matter the outcome, I say, oh yeah, that guy was good all year and he deserved it. In the playoff era, Kyle Larson in 21, Truex in 17 are the only 2 champions that I look at and say, no matter the format, the right champion won. Every other champion in the last, 8-9 years, you look at and say, here's the guy that won the championship. Here are the maybe 2 or 3 guys that I think would have had a better case to say they had championship caliber seasons. Now, if it's at least one of the top 2 or 3 or 4 guys, I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. But when it's Joey Logano, 15th place in points, and he wins a couple lucky races, and all of a sudden now he's in the championship 4 and it's a good track for him and he wins it. That's just, I hate that.
Or when Kevin Harvick in 2020, like in a normal season, would have won the title
dominant season. Should have been a champion.
Like would have won the title by like 300 points in the old formats.
Yeah. Just penalizes poorly timed bad days, bad luck, or whatever. When you could be great for 26 weeks, 29 weeks, 32 weeks, but one poorly timed bad day is just deadly. So I'm hoping that we can find some common ground and find a system that makes the most people happy, whatever that may be. As long as it can't get any worse, except it can, as I said, but we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic that they will improve it, but time will tell. I hate the one race championship. That is so fluky. I don't like that at all. It does seem like there's a lot of momentum to go away from that, whether it be like
to where like the final round is like
4
3
guys.
races, right?
Yeah, 4 guys, 3 races or whatever. Like I would take that over what we have now.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see.
All right. We have done well today. It was so good to be back. And what did it feel good to be back?
It did. Yeah, it's been a while. And we'll really dive in here soon. In the next
the
month.
next time we do this, you'll know who plays receiver for certain teams, probably.
I will have a little more research under my belt. 1 month from now, for sure. I will be 1 draft in and a second on the way in a month. So
there we go. All right, man. It was always good to see you. It was great to be back. Thank you for everyone for hanging out with us. Go like the video, subscribe to our YouTube page if you ever so kindly would at For Frequency Sake QC. Go to our Substack, forfrequencysake.substack.com. We would really appreciate it. We got so much great content over there. Go check it out. Fantasy forecasts, our newsletter, college football write-ups. So many great things are over there. Go support the Golden Ticket Show. We will be back on Thursday. New day, Thursday. So we'll have that. We will be doing, I believe, Thursday nights. Oh, my brain. Who's Thursday? I think Thursday is going to be our group of 5 favorites. We've done the Big 12. We've done the SEC. We've done the ACC. We've done the Big 10. So it's now time for our group of 5 favorite win totals for our final college football preview win total show. And then August will be here, and then we're going to be getting into NFL previews on the Golden Ticket Show. So all that's to come. Brinksy will be back in a few weeks when we get into the win totals for our show. And yeah, we're back. 'Tis the season, my friend. 'Tis the season. Have fun this weekend.
Will do. Weather looks perfect. 75 and sunny all weekend. Or cloudy, I guess it doesn't matter, but it's dry. Dry and sunny, 75. Sign me up.
Just wear some sunscreen. This has been the Educated Ignorance Podcast. If you ain't got your game, you best pass the sticks. We will see you on the Golden Ticket Show on Thursday. And until then, we will be back here sooner than later. That is for sure. We'll see you next time. For my good friend Nick Brinks, I'm Joe with the show.